Loper Baseball is on the air. It's time for this afternoon's game. You're listening to the Loper Baseball Radio Network pregame show, brought to you by Jersey Sports Bar and Grill, where the grill and the game are always on. Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to windy Pittsburg, Kansas, as we get ready for Game 2 of this three-game set between the Pittsburg State Gorillas and your University of Nebraska Kearney Lopers. Hello, everyone. My name is Colton Wiersbicki, and you're listening to the Jersey Sports Bar and Grill pregame show. Jersey Sports Bar and Grill, where the grill and the game are always on, located North 2nd Avenue in Kearney. UNK dropped Game 1 of this set series yesterday by a final of 10-6. Two Lopers homered in the ballgame. It was Brent Kirsch and Josh Estrada. Josh Estrada's home run came in the third inning, and it got UNK in the hit column and on the board. It was a two-run shot. Dallas Schramm came around to score on the deal as well. And then Brent Kirsch in the eighth inning, top of the eighth inning, hit a solo home run. That's his first of the season, as the Lopers once again fell in Game 1 yesterday by a final of 10-6. Today, looking to change the momentum a little bit, as we've got Brad Brown on the mound. And the key for him today is going to be you're going to have to keep the ball low. The wind is blowing out. Right now it is currently blowing from right to left field. But earlier today he was blowing straight out to center. And so look for that wind to shift a little bit and look for a high scoring affair here in Game 2 of this three-game set. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to preview a little bit more of this baseball game. Then we're going to give you starting lineups followed by first pitch. You're listening to the Jersey Sports Bar and Grill pregame show on your home for Loper Baseball, the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, it's the people who make the biggest difference. Here, students get the help and support they need to earn a quality education. Professors know your name and oftentimes help students find internships or even that first job after graduation. The campus is filled with people who care enough to make a difference in your life. It's also filled with opportunities to make a difference for others. Here, you can explore the world around you with confidence, knowing you have people behind you every step of the way. At UNK, we're all difference makers. We turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to make a difference, and making a difference is our strength. Find out how you can make a difference at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today.
The University of Nebraska at Kearney is ready to make a difference for you. Here, you'll get a quality education and graduate on time with less debt. You'll also have an unforgettable college experience. Join a club, become a leader, make a real difference for yourself and others. Choosing the right college is a big decision. Trust your future with people who care about your success. Choose the University of Nebraska at Kearney because we are difference makers.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Jersey Sports Bar and Grill pregame show. Jersey Sports Bar and Grill, where the grill and the game are always on, located North 2nd Avenue in Kearney. Coaches standing at home plate right now with today's home plate umpire, Ralph Wilcott. Third base umpire today going to be Matt Austin, fourth, the Omaha native. And our other friend going to be at first base as we take a look at today's uniform combinations. As we take a look over on the third base side, Pittsburg State wearing their red caps with the white front panels. Their red jerseys with the gold in letters and numbers, gold trim, white pants with the red soutache. And the Lopers today wearing their black caps, their black jerseys with the blue and white numbers, blue and white trim, gray pants with the black soutache, and the hiked up black Sox. And so that is your uniform update for today. Is third base umpire Matt Austin for it. Gives me a head nod, says what up. Means we're ready to go here in Pittsburg, Kansas. I mentioned it, the wind today blowing out. Yes, blowing out to left field. It's going to be a righty heyday. And unfortunately, Pittsburg State, all righties in their lineup here today to face Brad Brown. So let's take a look at the keys to today's game. And I mentioned it a little bit earlier for Brad Brown. You're going to have to keep the ball low. Anything elevated today could leave the yard. And so the key for him today is going to be keep the ball low and most importantly, get the first out of every inning. If you don't let anyone on base and they end up hitting a home run, it's not as detrimental as a 3-run shot or a grand slam. And so get the first out of an inning and then keep the ball low. Try to limit today's home runs. The key for the offense today, I'm not going to say elevate the baseball and hit a home run, because that seems like it's always, it never works out for a team when they decide to do that. And so today's key for the offense, I said it yesterday, going to have to be aggressive. They got aggressive towards the middle of the ball game. Started off kind of slow yesterday, but they got aggressive towards the middle of the ball game, and I think that helped them out. Keep the game somewhat close and to give themselves an opportunity to be successful. And so today, be aggressive when you get guys on base. Try to move them over. Don't stray away from what we've been doing all season long. UNK traditionally is a home run hitting, team. If you look back 3 years ago, the Lopers led the nation in home runs, and so today, let's just stick to our game. Let's not try and yank a ball out of the yard. Let's just stay within ourselves. And so those are the keys to today's baseball game as we get ready for game 2. Pittsburg State running out onto the field as we get ready for the national anthem here at Ortolani Field. And we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with starting lineups followed by first pitch. You're listening to the Jersey Sports Bar and Grill pregame show on your home for Loper Baseball, the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
That was the Loper Baseball Radio Network pregame show, brought to you by Jersey Sports Bar and Grill, where the grill and the game are always on. Stay tuned. Starting lineups are just ahead on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, it's the people who make the biggest difference. Here, students get the help and support they need to earn a quality education. Professors know your name and oftentimes help students find internships or even that first job after graduation. The campus is filled with people who care enough to make a difference in your life. It's also filled with opportunities to make a difference for others. Here, you can explore the world around you with confidence, knowing you have people behind you every step of the way. At UNK, we're all difference makers. We turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to make a difference, and making a difference is our strength. Find out how you can make a difference at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today.
All right, baseball fans, welcome back. You're listening to the Jersey Sports Bar and Grill pregame show. Jersey Sports Bar and Grill, where the grill and the game are always on, located North 2nd Avenue in Kearney. National anthem has been sung, and you know what that means. It's time for the starting lineups, brought to you by Nebraska Star Beef. Premium beef, fair price, that's Nebraska Star Beef. And first, let's give you the starting lineup for your UNK Lopers. Leading off, the left fielder, Jacob Richardson. Batting second, the shortstop, Calvin Rudolph. Batting third, the designated hitter, Dallas Schramm. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Josh Estrada. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Matt Solomon. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Ricky Trammell. Batting seventh will be the catcher, Kirk McLeod. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Brent Kirsch. And rounding out the Loper lineup is the center fielder, Easton Edmond. On the mound for the Lopers is the lefty, Bradley Brown. And now let's give you the starting lineup for Pittsburg State. Leading off, the second baseman, Dallas Reed. Batting second, the left fielder, Chase Kilgore. Batting third, the shortstop, Colton Pogue. Batting fourth, the center fielder, Hunter Clannon. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Andrew Vogelbaum. Batting sixth, the catcher, TJ Martin. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Ethan Schlesner. Batting eighth is the first baseman, Brent McCary. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Jake DeRosset. On the mound, the big righty, number 58, Ethan Vanderpool. And Ethan Vanderpool, like I said, just finished up his warm-up tosses. He comes in with a 6.25 ERA. He's 1-4 in the year. This is his 12th start. He's pitched 36 innings, given up 58 hits, 25 earned runs. He's walked 18, struck out 36. Batters are hitting .363 against him here this season. As Jacob Richardson steps in the first pitch of game two, misses low for a ball, 1-0. First pitch time, 3:01 here at Al Ortolani Field. As Richardson steps back in. Next pitch from Vanderpool is going to be lofted up to right. Vogelbaugh hustling back, and it's off the wall into the corner. Richardson takes the turn. He's going to pull up at second, and Jacob Richardson starts the ball game off with a double. I mentioned in the pregame show, UNK got to be aggressive today offensively and stay within themselves. Don't get big just because the wind's blowing out. And Jacob Richardson does just that here to start off the ball game. And that's going to bring up the freshman from Omaha, number 3, Calvin Rudolph. That double there for Richardson is his 9th of the season. As Rudolph steps in, Vanderpool going to work from the stretch for the first time today. As the first pitch from Rudolph is going to catch the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Ralph Wilcott, our home plate umpire. We've had him a few times this season. Veteran umpire in the MIAA. As Vanderpool's going to come set. Checks on Richardson at second. The 1-0 is going to be chopped to the ground to the left. It's going to get through for a base hit. Richardson was holding tight to see if Pogue was going to make a play on the ball. He did not. And so now runners at the corners and nobody out here for UNK in the top of the first. Now it's going to bring up Dallas Schramm, who had 2 RBIs yesterday. It was a double, which gave him the 2 RBIs in the 4th inning yesterday. And Schramm going to step up here with an opportunity to get an RBI in the 1st inning as Vanderpool looks in. Getting the sign from Martin. He's got it. Checks on Rudolph at first. Sun above the letters. The first pitch to Schramm. It's a breaking ball. Going to miss outside in the count 1-0. Schramm leads his ball club in just about every offensive category coming into today, hitting .372. Back into the box. Vanderpool checks on Rudolph. Now glances over at third and Richardson. Here's the pitch. Another breaking ball. That one going to be left upstairs. In the count 2-0 here to Schramm. Schramm caught yesterday. Slated as the DH here today. Vanderpool back at it to 2-0. That one going to hit him. Schramm's going to take first base, and now they're loaded. Vanderpool trying to run that fastball inside. Gets Schramm on the arm. And now nobody out. Bases loaded here in the top of the first with Josh Estrada getting ready to step in.
Right fielder number 7, Josh Estrada.
Estrada, one of the hottest hitters in this Loper lineup. He has homered in 3 consecutive games. Yesterday with a 2-run shot, a solo shot on Tuesday, and then a 2-run shot on last Sunday. As he steps in here with the bases loaded and nobody out. First pitch from Vanderpool is going to be driven over the head of the second baseman, Reed, down in the right, a base hit. Richardson's going to score. They're going to hold Rudolph at third, and the Lopers take a 1-0 lead here in game 2. So the bases are still loaded here with nobody out, and Matt Solomon gets ready to step in. Solomon with a hit yesterday. Comes in hitting .302, and time called now as the Pittsburg State pitching coach got to make his way out to speak with Vanderpool. Now let's give you the rundown of here how the top of the first has been going for UNK. It was a double to start it, and then Rudolph singled, which put Richardson at third. Dallas Schramm comes up, gets hit by the pitch. He stands at second right now, and then Josh Estrada with a single to the right side scores Richardson, and that's how we have our 1-0 lead. UNK already with 3 hits today. As it's a long conversation out of the mound, and while that conversation takes place, we're going to get a body up over in the Gorilla bullpen. We'll get an identification on him here in a moment. Be aggressive, be aggressive, be aggressive. The key to the game for UNK offensively today. And so far, they've done a fantastic job of that with 3 hits. And the meeting of the mound breaks. The bases are loaded. Nobody out with Matt Solomon getting ready to step in. Solomon, a senior out of Owasso, Oklahoma, hitting .302 for UNK this season. Solomon steps in. First pitch from Vanderpool. This one going to be chopped to the ground. Vanderpool can't handle it as he's going to have to go to first. Solomon's out, but Rudolph's going to come across to score, and it's 2-0 UNK on top here in the top of the first inning. Schramm now at third. Estrada at second. Now it's going to bring up Ricky Trammell. Trammell, a junior out of Kansas City, Missouri, second on the team in batting average. He's hitting .336. Transfers in from Dodge City Community College. As the switch hitting first baseman steps into the left-handed batter's box. One down, runners at second and third. First pitch swinging, and it's right to McCary at first. He's able to block it and keep it in front. He'll touch the bag himself for out number 2. So Vanderpool, after loading him up and giving up a run, gets 2 quick ones, and now it's going to be Kirk McLeod to step in. McLeod, a catcher out of Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. He's hitting .263 for UNK this season. This is his 11th start. As the lefty steps in, interesting note on McLeod. He's got 1 home run on the year. That was in his first at-bat of the season at Metro State. As the first pitch to McLeod's going to catch the outside corner for a strike, 0-1 the count. McLeod, deep breath, steps in his senior season. Transferred into UNK from Iowa Central Community College. The 0-1. This one going to be chopped foul in the box off his leg. And the count's 0-2. McLeod adjusting the grip on his bat, steps in the left-handed batter's box, crowning the plate a tad. As we await the 0-2 here from Vanderpool. He comes set, checks on Schramm at third. The 0-2. That one low in the dirt. And they count 1-2 here to McLeod. Second and third, 2 down, 1-2 count. Top of the first, 2-0 our score. Lopers on top. Vanderpool coming set, and McLeod didn't like his approach. He's going to step out and call time. And Ralph Wilcott letting him know that trying to keep a pace to this game, has him step in. 1-2 count, pitch from Vanderpool. Breaking ball, this one going to be slapped on the ground. Durasset at third has it. The throw to McCary at first a tad high, but he's able to grab it for out number 3. UNK, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. Lopers up 2-0. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
You're listening to the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
University of Nebraska at Kearney is ready to make a difference for you. Here, you'll get a quality education and graduate on time with less debt. You'll also have an unforgettable college experience. Join a club, become a leader, make a real difference for yourself and others. Choosing the right college is a big decision. Trust your future with people who care about your success. Choose the University of Nebraska at Kearney because we are difference makers.
Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
Welcome back. UNK Baseball here in the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Colton Wiersbicki here with you as we head to the bottom of the first. Loper's already up 2-0. And out there hurling his warm-up tosses is the lefty from Aurora, Colorado, number 25. Bradley Brown, and Brown comes in with a 7.55 ERA. He's 2-4 on the year. This is his 11th start. He's pitched 53 2/3 innings, given up 85 hits, 45 earned runs. He's walked 13 and struck out 44. So he's going to face 9 righties out of this Pittsburg State lineup today. And as Brad Brown finishes his warm-up tosses, let's set the defense for UNK. In left field is Jacob Richardson. The center fielder is Easton Edmond. And in right field today getting the start is Josh Estrada. In the infield, starting at third base, it's number 1, Brent Kirsch. The shortstop is Calvin Rudolph. And at second base, Matt Solomon. First baseman is Ricky Trammell. And behind the dish, Kirk McLeod. Like I mentioned, on the bump is Bradley Brown, as he's got one warm-up toss left before he faces the hottest hitter in this Pittsburg State lineup, Dallas Reed. And Reed going to make his way over from the on-deck circle. Reed hitting .397 for the Gorillas. And a couple of doubles yesterday.
Leading off for the Gorillas, second baseman number 15.
As he's going to step into the batter's box with his team already trailing. Brad Brown taking a few deep breaths before he toes the rubber for the first time today. There he goes. Starter going to work from the stretch as Brown's going to come set. The first pitch to Reed is going to be a pitch up and away. 1-0 the count. Brad Brown been extremely effective for UNK this season, although his stats may not reflect it. He's set. Here's the pitch to Dallas Reed. Reed's going to pop this one up into center. Edmond backtracking a few near the warning track, getting twisted around by the wind, but he's going to make the grab for out number 1. Now, wind's going to be a tricky one today, folks. He's now 1 down. He's going to bring up Chase Kilgore. Mentioned it in the pregame show twice, as a matter of fact. Brad Brown going to have to keep the ball low today. The wind howling out to left.
Left fielder number 4, Chase Kilgore.
And right as I say that, the wind shifts more to a left center position as Kilgore steps in. Brad Brown back to work here with 1 out already on the board as the first pitch going to be low and inside. 1-0 the count. Brown, deep breath, toes the rubber. Gets the signal from McLeod. Pitch to Kilgore. At the knees for a strike, and the count even a 1-1. Kilgore back in. 1-1 the count here. Kirsch, the third baseman playing even. Trammell, the first baseman, playing back as the 1-1's going to miss outside. Count 2-1 here. Two-one count, 1 down, nobody on for Pittsburg State here in the bottom of the first. Loper's up 2-0. The 2-1 from Brown. This one's going to be driven to center, and it's going to get down in the right center field gap. Off the wall, Edmond plays it. Kilgore going to pull up at second, and a 1-out double here for the Gorillas. So Kilgore gets the Gorillas in the hit column here in the bottom of the first, and now we get to the 3-hole hitter, Colton Pogue.
Shortstop number 6, Colton Pogue.
Pogue started the day off slow yesterday, but came out with a hit. As the Gorilla shortstop steps in, runner at second, one down. Brown checks on Kilgore. The first pitch to Pogue in there for a strike in the count 0-1. Off-speed pitch there from Brown. Now Pogue back in. Brown gets the sign for McLeod, checks on Kilgore. The 0-1. That one going to be upstairs as McLeod tried to frame it, and the count even a 1-1. Pogue back in. Brown gets a sign. Sent just below the letters, the pitch. That one low. And the count 2-1 here to Pogue. Bradley Brown, I mentioned it, out of Aurora, Colorado. This is his junior season, transferred in from Western Nebraska Community College out of Scotts Bluff. Here's the 2-1 to Pogue. That one upstairs, 3-1 now to the Gorilla 3-hole hitter. Colton Pogue, a junior out of Blue Springs, Missouri, a transfer from Western Illinois. As the wind really howling now. Pogue in. Brown comes sent. Checks on Kilgore, the 3-1. That one low and in. Pogue's going to take first base. Got a base open. Why not occupy it? Because now Hunter Clannon, the center fielder, gets ready to step in.
Center fielder number 16, Hunter Clannon.
Clannon, the speedy center fielder, steps in. Brown comes sent, checks on Kilgore at second. The first pitch to Clannon in there for a strike, and the count 0-1. Clannon comes in. He's hitting .354 for the Gorillas this season. That puts him at third best behind Reed and Pogue. Back in. Brown sent, checks on Kilgore. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. It's going to be fouled away. Brad Brown way ahead in the count here. 0-2 now to Hunter Clannon. Clannon stamps in, refocuses. Down in the count here, 0-2. Chokes up on the bat a little. Is Brown going to come set, and Clannon going to call time and step out. Clannon back in. Brown. Wouldn't expect anything close here as the pitch from Brown is a breaking ball in the dirt. Is McLeod has to corral it, and Kilgore takes off from second. He's safe at third, no throw. So now runners at the corners at a 1-2 count for Clannon. McLeod going to step out in front and signal the defense. Clannon digs in. Brown awaiting the sign for McLeod. He's got it. Checks on Pogue at first. Here's the pitch. This one going to be fouled into the backstop. So the count will hold tight here, 1-2. Hunter Clannon, transfer out of Bowling Green State University. He's a junior from Columbus, Ohio. Brown sent the 1-2. This one going to be lofted up to center. Edmond backtracking a few shades the sun. He's going to make the grab. Kilgore tags at third, but He's going to score with ease, as that was too deep for Edmond to try and get him out at home. So the score 2-1. Pogue holds tight at first.
Right fielder,
And now with 2 down, that's going to bring up Andrew Vogelbach. Excuse me. Vogelbach, the right fielder. As Brown comes set here with 2 down and a runner at first. First pitch in the dirt. McLeod has to corral it to throw down. Not going to be in time. So Pogue's going to take second. 1-0 count here to Vogelbach. Brown looks in, has the sign. Righty Vogelbach in the box. Checks on Pogue, the 1-0. That one just outside. 2-0 the count. He's got the sign. McLeod settles in behind the dish, the 2-0. That one low and in. And it's 3-0 now to Vogelbach. Three-0 count, 2 down. As Brad Brown takes a trip around the mound, looks to refocus here. Put the count at 3-0. He's set, checks on the runner, the 3-0. That one called a strike in the inside corner. And the count 3-1. Vogelbach in. Brown has the sign. Checks on Pogue, the 3-1. This one going to be lofted up, but it's going to get foul. And hits off the light pole over here on the first base side. Back out onto the field. Count full, 3-2. Two down, runner at second for the Gorillas here in the bottom of the first. Opers lead 2-1. Brown checks on Pogue, the 3-2. This one going to be slapped foul by Vogelbach. Looking to protect. So the count will hold tight here at 3-2. TJ Martin, the man on deck for Pittsburg State. As he checks on Pogue, the 3-2. This one going to be chopped foul in the box. Vogelbach regroups back in. Brad Brown on the bump. Jumps his hat and toes the rubber. It's a sign from McLeod. Sand checks on Pogue at second, the 3-2. That one swung and a miss. Strike 3. It was in the dirt. McLeod tags Vogelbach. And that'll end the bottom of the first. We head to the second. Lopers lead 2-1. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
Like us, follow us, and listen to us. Loper fans, you can follow your UNK baseball team all season long via your favorite social media platform. Like us on Facebook at Upper Deck Club. Find us on Instagram at UNK Baseball. On Twitter, you can follow the team at UNK Baseball, and you can follow Coach Day himself at UNK Coach 47. And, of course, you can listen to all the Loper baseball away games on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Just click the link found on lopers.com. And don't forget to stay connected throughout the entire year by subscribing to the UNK Baseball channel on YouTube. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
Welcome back. UNK Baseball here in the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Lopers lead 2-1 as Pitt State gets on the board in the bottom of the first via the sacrifice fly. So now UNK going to come to the plate. 8-9-1 due up. And we're going to start with Brent Kirsch here. Kirsch is senior out of Papillion, Nebraska.
Lead off number one, third baseman Brent Kirsch.
Kirsch hitting a .171, hit his first home run of the season yesterday in the 8th inning. As the first pitch from Vanderpool is going to be bounced in front of the plate. 1-0 the count here to the Loper third baseman. Kirsch back in. Vanderpool. A late kick and the 1-0. That one low and away. Two and 0 the count here to Kirsch. Kirsch in the box. Vanderpool. That one just a tad upstairs, but plate umpire Ralph Wilcott going to call it a strike, and it's 2-1. 2-1 count, nobody out. Pitch upstairs. 3-1 now to Kirsch. Easton Edmonds stands on deck for UNK. As Kirsch is back in, Vanderpool the 3-1. This one's going to be chopped up the middle. It's a slow roller, but it'll get through for a base hit. Kirsch in the hit column to start the second. And UNK picking up right where they left off here in the second inning. With nobody out and a runner at first, Easton Edmond, senior from Lincoln, Nebraska, gets ready to step in. Edmond in the box. First pitch from Vanderpool, going to be swung out and missed, 0-1 the count. Kirsch at first, he's got some speed, although he's 1 for 3 on stolen base attempts this season. As they pick over, Kirsch safe. Right on cue there. 0-1 the count to the Loper center fielder. Edmond is Ralph Wilcott going to call time. And now Mr. Wilcott will put the ball back in play. 0-1 count. Vanderpool delivers. Edmond going to chop this one foul. So the Loper 9-hole hitter in a hole here, 0-2 with a runner at first. Edmond adjusting the grip on his bat. As they pick over Kirsch safe. Game 2 of this 3-game set. Lopers fell in game 1 yesterday, 10-6. As the Pittsburg State offense exploded. The 0-2. Breaking pitch as Edmonds going to off this one up. Vogelbaugh takes a few steps, but he's just going to watch it fly. It's gone. Edmond, a 2-run shot here. That's his 6th of the season as he takes the turnaround third, and the Lopers extend their lead. It's 4-1. And now we head back to the top of the order. It's going to be Richardson.
Fielder number 8, Jacob Richardson.
0-2 count for Edmond, and he turns it into a 2-run shot. As Richardson steps in, he doubled in his first at-bat today. The first pitch he sees is going to catch the outside corner for his strike, 0-1. Richardson, a senior out of Goddard, Kansas. As the pitch from Vanderpool is going to get fouled away. In the count 0-2 here to the Loper leadoff batter. Richardson's been an everyday guy in right field, getting the start and left today. Back in, Vanderpool. Set above the letters. The pitch is Richardson's going to loft this one into center for a base knock. 3 consecutive hits for UNK to start the second. And that's going to bring up the freshman from Omaha, Calvin Rudolph. We got a body up out in the Pitt State bullpen. He's not throwing yet, but he's getting ready. It's Nick Brown, the righty.
Number 3, shortstop Calvin Rudolph.
As Calvin Rudolph steps in. Richardson at first. Rudolph 1 for 1 today with the single as the first pitch from Vanderpool low. Martin, the catcher, pops up, thought about throwing down, but Richard gets back to not force a throw. The count 1-0 here to Rudolph. Vanderpool checks on Richardson. The pitch is Rudolph's going to pop this one to right. Vogelbach coming in and to shade the sun, but he makes the grab for out number 1. Now it's going to bring up Dallas Schramm with a runner at first and 1 down. Schramm hit by a pitch back in the first inning, was stranded at third. Schramm in as they pick over Richardson. Safe as the ball gets away from McCary. Richardson going to take off as McCary having trouble getting to his feet. And Richardson safe at second. Go down as an error. Is now 1 down and runner at second for Schramm. The at-bat kind of changes form a little bit. As Vanderpool comes set, checks on Richardson at second. The first pitch to Schramm, breaking pitch. Low in the dirt, 1-0 the count. 4-1 our score here in the second. Lopers lead on a windy afternoon in Pittsburg, Kansas. Vanderpool taking his time getting the signal from Martin. Schramm calls time. Now back in Vanderpool. Getting the sign from Martin. Sand checks on Richardson, the 1-0. Breaking pitch. That one going to cross the plate for a strike in the count 1-1. Schramm back in, 1-1 count. Vanderpool delivers the 1-1. That one low in the dirt. It's going to get away from Martin as it took a weird hop off the surface at home. And now the count 2-1 with a runner at third base for Schramm. Schramm steps in. Vanderpool getting his sign for Martin. He's got it. Checks on Richardson at third. The 2-1. Breaking pitch. This one chopped on the ground. It's going to be backhanded, but Pogue having trouble. The throw not in time. As Richardson comes across to score, and it's 5-1 now. Lopers lead. One down, runner at first for Estrada.
Right fielder, number 7, Josh Estrada.
Estrada 1 for 1 with an RBI today. As he steps in here, first pitch is going to be low for a ball, 1-0. Estrada coming into today is homered in 3 consecutive games. Vanderpool checks on Schramm. A 1-0 to Estrada. Strana going to foul this one away down the third base side and leave the count up at 1-1. One count, one down. Runner at first is Schramm. Strana back in. Vanderpool shakes off the first sign, has the second. Checks on Schramm at first. The 1-1. Strana going to watch it low. 2-1 the count to the junior from Houston, Texas. Strana in the box. The 2-1. That one across the knees for a strike. Can't leave it at 2-2 now. 2-2 count, one down. Lopers lead 5-1 here in the second. Pitch from Vanderpool. That one, strike three. Strana goes down looking. So now 2 down with Matt Solomon coming to the dish. Solomon 0 for 1. He grounded out to the pitcher in his first at bat. Pitch. Solomon gonna watch that one in there for a strike. The count 0-1. Loper, second baseman, back in. Vanderpool has the side. 0-1 to Solomon, low, and it's going to get away from Martin. Schramm going to advance to second. Now 2 down with the runner in scoring position for Matt Solomon. Although Solomon grounded out in the first, he got an RBI out of the deal. As the bases were loaded, hit back to Vanderpool on the mound, who lost control of the baseball and had to go the easy route to first. As the 1-1 is going to be chopped to the ground. DeRosset hustling in on a long hop. He's got it. The throw to McCary at first in time. For round number 3, UNK gets 3 runs here in the second thanks to a 2-run shot from Easton Edmond and an RBI from Dallas Schramm. We head to the bottom of the second. Lopers up 5-1. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
This Loper Baseball Radio Network broadcast brought to you by the 2017 Upper Deck Club corporate sponsors, including 5 Points Bank, Aflac, Bruce Furniture, Bruner Frank LLC, the Buffalo County Fairgrounds, Coca-Cola, Culligan Water, and Eagle Dental.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. We're the ones who turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We're innovative. It's not enough to just complete a job. We strive to do it better. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to make a difference, and making a difference is our strength. Seeing is believing. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today.
Stop! Slow down, baby!
Welcome back, UNK Baseball here in the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Colton Wurzbicki here with you. Glad to be here with you on a windy afternoon here in Pittsburg, Kansas. And some rain rolled through last night into early this morning. But the skies are clear. The sun is out. We got a nice breeze, which kind of offsets the humidity. Absolutely gorgeous day for baseball. As TJ Martin steps in, it's going to be 6-7-8 due up for Pittsburg State here in the bottom of the second. And the first pitch from Brad Brown's going to miss up and away, 1-0. One hit this far for Pittsburg State. They've got 2 errors to their credit. 1-0. Is Martin going to foul this one straight back? And the count even a 1-1. Tom Myers, the head coach for Pittsburg State here in his first season. Lopers led by head coach Damon Day. He's here in his 14th. Brown, 1-1 to Martin. This one going to be driven into left. It's going to get down for a base hit. So TJ Martin, the Gorilla catcher, going to lead off the second with a base hit. And it's going to bring up the designated hitter, Ethan Schlesner.
Gorilla DH number 32, Ethan Schlesner.
Schlesner steps in. Martin at first. Brown has a sign, checks on Martin. First pitch to Schlesner. Catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Brown back up. Checks on Martin. Pitch, just one chop to the ground. Solomon backhands, and it hops right over his glove. Martin taking their turnaround second. He's heading to third. And a base hit there for Schlesner puts runners at the corners now with nobody out for Pittsburg State. Bringing up the first baseman, Brett McCary. Kirk McLeod out in front of the dish, signaling the defense.
First baseman, Brett McCary.
It's going to be McCary to step in with an opportunity to get some runs back here in the second. Brown checks on Schlesner at first. The first pitch to McCary, low it in. 1-0 the count. 9 right-handed hitters in this lineup for Pittsburg State. Brown. The 1-0. This one going to be fouled away by McCary. Count even at 1-1. McCary regrouping just outside the right-handed batter's box and steps in. Brad Brown comes set. Checks on Schlesner. The pitch, that one low in the dirt. McLeod had to block it. Runners will hold tight, and the count 2-1. Wind howling again. As McCary steps in, Brown checks on the runner. This one going to be chopped to the ground. To right, it's going to get through for a base hit. Martin's going to score. But the Lopers still lead 5-2. Schlesner now moves up to second. McCary at first after the single. That's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Jake DeRosset.
Number 2, Jake DeRosset.
Brown looks in, has the sign. First pitch to DeRosset. He's going to bunt it right back to Brown on the mound. The throw to third in time. The sacrifice attempt by DeRosset foiled. As now there's one down with runners at first and second. Dallas Reed coming up.
Second baseman, number 15, Dallas Reed.
Reed, a righty. Stamps in here. Brown checks on the runners. The first pitch to Reed, a breaking pitch from the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Reed started off the bottom of the first with a fly out to deep center. Brown. The 0-1. Another breaking pitch. That one just a bit outside. The count even a 1-1. McCary at second, DeRosset at first. One down for Dallas Reed, who's at the dish. Brad Brown checks on McCary, the 1-1. Breaking pitch, that one goes right through McLeod's legs. Runners are going to advance. And now two in scoring position and one down for Dallas Reed. Reed steps in. Brown. Comes sent. The 2-1. This one going to be slapped to right. It's down for a base hit. It's going to be cut off by Trammell as McCary comes across to score, and it's an RBI single for Dallas Reed. So runners at the corners now, still one down for Chase Kilgore.
Left fielder number 4, Chase Kilgore.
And McLeod going to call time, step out to signal the defense. 5-3 hour score here in the bottom of the second. And it was going to be a high-scoring affair, but we're already at 8 runs here in the second. Brown checks on Reed, breaking pitch low. As McLeod went down to block it, able to corral it quickly before anyone advances. 1-0 the count here to Kilgore. Kilgore in the first doubled and came around to score. 1-0 from Brown. This one going to be lofted up to right. As the wind carrying a little bit, Estrada hustles, makes the grab. As the runner from third, DeRosset tags, he's going to score. And it's 5-4 now.
Number 6, shortstop Colton Pogue.
Sacrifice fly for Kilgore, and now Colton Pogue to step in. Pogue walked in the first. Brown checks on Reed. The first pitch to Pogue, gonna miss low. The count 1-1, or correction, 1-0. Two down here in the bottom of the second. Lopers lead 5-4. Brown, 1-0. That one low and away. 2-0 the count here to Pogue. Pogue back in. Has an error to his credit in the field. Brown set, checks on Reed. The pitch, Pogue swings through that one. The count 2-1. Brown gets the sign for McLeod. Shallow lead at first from Reed as Pogue chops this one to the ground. Kirsch has it. Going to go a long way to first in time for out number 3. Pittsburg State gets 3 runs here in the bottom of the second as we head to the third. Lopers lead 5-4. You're listening to UNK Baseball on your home for Loper Baseball. The Loper Baseball Radio Network.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, it's the people who make the biggest difference. Here, students get the help and support they need to earn a quality education. Professors know your name and oftentimes help students find internships or even that first job after graduation. The campus is filled with people who care enough to make a difference in your life. It's also filled with opportunities to make a difference for others. Here, you can explore the world around you with confidence, knowing you have people behind you every step of the way. At UNK, we're all difference makers. We turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to make a difference, and making a difference is our strength. Find out how you can make a difference at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today.
Welcome back. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Colton Worsbicky here with you. We have a new pitcher here for Pittsburg State. And it's going to be number 45, Nick Brown, replacing Ethan Vanderpool. We'll get you Vanderpool's line here in a moment. But quickly, let's give you Brown's line. As Nick Brown comes in with a 10.24 ERA. He's 0-2 on the year. He's made 4 starts, but this is his 13th appearance. He's pitched 19 1/3 innings, given up 21 hits, 22 earned runs. He's walked 19, struck out 29. Batters are hitting .292 against him here this season. As, like I mentioned, Vanderpool exited, and now Ricky Trammell getting ready to step in to start the third. Vanderpool pitched 2 innings, had 4 earned runs, gave up 6 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout at 14 batters faced as Trammell watches a pitch low, and he checked his swing. Third base umpire Matt Ossenfort got to say that he went around, and the count 0-1. Brown, the 0-1 to Trammell. Trammell going to chop this one on the ground to second. Dallas Reed hustling. The underhand flip to first in time for out number 1. So an out to start the third, and that's going to bring up Kirk McLeod. McLeod 0 for 1, grounded out to third in his first at bat today. McLeod steps in. Brown, first pitch. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1 the count. Back in. Brown delivers the 0-1. That one wasn't even close. 1-1 the count here to McLeod. McLeod back in. The 1-1. Swung on a miss. 1-2 the count. One down, nobody on here. The top of the third. Lopers lead 5-4. McLeod in. Brown. The 1-2. This one fouled away. So McLeod hanging tough at the dish. And will hold tight 1-2 here to the Loper catcher. McLeod steps in. The 1-2 from Brown. Upstairs, 2-2 the count now. Game 2 of this 3-game set. Pitt State leads the series 1-0 after a 10-6 victory yesterday. The 2-2 got a pee on a line in the left. Base knock for McLeod. So a one-out base hit for McLeod. Puts a runner at first for Brent Kirsch.
Third baseman number 1, Brent Kirsch.
Kirsch singled to start off the second and came around to score. Brown on the bump, shakes off the first sign and the second, gets the third. Checks on McLeod as the first pitch to Kirsch misses, 1-0. Kirsch back in. 1-0 from Brown. That one high and tight. Kirsch had to get out of the way. And they count 2-0. Kirsch in. Brown. 2-0. Kirsch swings through that one. As Martin snap throws down. McLeod safe. 2-1 to Kirsch. Nick Brown has the sign. Checks on McLeod. The 2-1 is Kirsch called time. Pitch was upstairs. Does not count, though. Two-one count. Kirsch back in. Brown checks on McLeod, the 2-1. Off speed. In there for a strike. Count 2-2. Righty-righty matchup, 2-2 count, one down, top of the third. Lopers lead 5-4. Pitch from Brown. That one low, and the count full, 3-2. Kirsch homered yesterday. Solo shot in the 8th. 1 for 1 already today with a single back in the second. The 3-2. Breaking pitch, and Kirsch knew it. Strike 3. 2 down now with a runner at first, and it's going to be Easton Edmond to step in.
Center fielder number 12, Easton Edmond.
Edmond hit a 2-run homer in the second. Puts him in 1 for 1 on the day. Brown checks on McLeod. Pick over, McLeod safe. Letting the first pitch to Edmond. Here it comes. Edmond swings through that one. Count 0-1. One count, 2 down. Pitch, that one upstairs. Count even at 1-1. Deep run from Brown, the pitch to Edmond. Inside corner for a strike, and it's 2-1. Edmond's 2-run homer back in the second inning. Came on an 0-2 count off of Vanderpool. This one swung out a miss, strike 3. As the Lopers do get a hit, but they're held off the board in the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third. Lopers on top, 5-4. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
You're listening to the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
Discover new opportunities at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Opportunities that lead to new connections and new passions. At UNK, you won't just go to class. You won't just meet people. You won't just get involved. Here, there's so much more. You'll get an experience that will impact who you are and what you will become. Around here, people know your name. It's up to you what it will be. At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. Find out how you can make a difference at unk.edu.
Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
Welcome back. You're listening to UNK Baseball here in the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Loper's on top 5-4 as we head to the bottom of the third. Brad Brown back out onto the mound for his third inning of work. And he gets ready to face
Leading off for the Gorillas, center fielder number 16.
4-5-6, starting with Hunter Clannett. Clannett had a sacrifice fly back in the first. Fly out to center as Brad Brown switching things up. He goes to the windup. As the first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Have not seen the windup from Brad Brown in a while. But he's out there dealing with it now as the 0-1 going to be bunted right back to him on the mound. Is the throw to first going to be low and it gets away from Trammell. Clannett takes the turn. He's heading to second. He'll hold tight. So a runner on after an error to start the bottom of the third for the Gorillas. That's going to bring up Andrew Vogelbaugh. Vogelbaugh struck out in his first at bat today. That ended the first for the Gorillas. Brown. First pitch to Vogelbaugh in there for a strike, and the count 0-1. Brown. The 0-1. This one slapped to the ground. Threw into right field, a base hit. Clannett coming around the throw home. Going to be cut off. And we have a tie ball game here in the third. All knotted at 5. Nobody out, runner at first for Pitt after they just tied it, and it's T.J. Martin.
T.J. Martin.
Martin singled and came around to score in the second. Brown checks on Vogelbaugh. The first pitch to Martin, low and away. Want to know the count. Brown. Sent the 1-0. This one going to be driven into left. It's down. Martin's second hit of the ball game. Now runners first and second with nobody out. And Ethan Schlesner getting ready to step in. And Kirk McLeod out on the mound speaking with Bradley Brown. His home plate umpire Ralph Wilcott going to head out to speak with him. 5-5 hour score here in the bottom of the third. Pittsburg State not shying away. After the Lopers led at 1 point, 5-1, and now time called is head coach Damon Day going to make his way out to speak with Bradley Brown. And as he does that, it's going to be Thomas Rui and Peyton Pocock out to the bullpen to begin warming up. Lopers in Pittsburg State. This is game 2 here on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. 5-5 our score in the bottom of the third. Tomorrow, game 3 slated for 1 o'clock. And this entire series moved up one day. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday instead of a Friday, Saturday, Sunday because of the Easter holiday on Sunday. How nice of them. Some schools played a doubleheader yesterday. As Missouri Western, I know for a fact today, playing game 3. As the meeting of the mound breaks. And I don't have a great look at the bullpen, but it's Peyton Pocock who's really working hard out there to get warm. As it's Schlesner to step in. With nobody out and runners at first and second. Corners playing in for UNK here. Looking to foil the bunt as the first pitch from Brownslow. 1-0 the count. Schlesner back in. He singled back in the second. The 1-0. This one going to be driven deep to left, and it is gone. Tad Windated, as it's now 8-5. Pitt State on top. Nobody on, nobody out.
First baseman number
With
5,
Brett McCary stepping in. Brad Brown back to the windup. First pitch to McCary, going to be fouled away. 0-1 the count here. Leg kick and the 0-1 from Brown. Breaking pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Getting the sign from McLeod. He's got it, the windup and the 0-2. Another breaking pitch, that one low and away. The count 1-2. Brown kicks, deals. This one lofted up to right. It looks like the wind going to bring it back into fair territory. It does. As McCary takes the turnaround first, he's heading to second. And it's a double here with nobody out. And now Jake DeRosset to step in.
Third baseman number 2, Jake DeRosset.
And out time called as here comes head coach Damon Day, and that's going to be it for Bradley Brown. We're going to take a break. We'll have an identification of the new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Nebraska develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Nebraska School Activities Association and the Nebraska State Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Discover new opportunities at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Opportunities that lead to new connections and new passions. At UNK, you won't just go to class. You won't just meet people. You won't just get involved. Here, there's so much more. You'll get an experience that will impact who you are and what you will become. Around here, people know your name. It's up to you what it will be. At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. Find out how you can make a difference at unk.edu.
Pitching change here for UNK. As the right-hander from Arlington, Nebraska steps in, it's going to be Thomas Rui set to pick up right where Brad Brown left off. And let's take a look at Rui's stats here. And as we look, Rui, 8.22 ERA. This is his 8th appearance. He's pitched 7 2/3, given up 12 hits, 7 earned runs. He's walked 8, struck out 5. And he's going to step in here to face Jake DeRosset. DeRosset, 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice. It was a sacrifice bunt that was foiled in the second. As Thomas Rui goes to work, the first pitch to DeRosset. Going to be upstairs at 10, 1-0 the count. Ansabani's now down in the Loper bullpen. You got Trey Ertmer, you've got Billy Hayes, Coach Jake Dittman, Tanner Kirkpatrick, and Peyton Pocock. Nobody up and working, though, as the next pitch from Rui is going to be low, and it's 2-0 to DeRosset. Rui at the belt. The 2-0. That one's going to miss as well. 3-0 the count now. DeRosset back in, expecting him to take here. Yeah, it's a 3-0 from Rui in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Rui checks on McCary at second. That one in there for a strike, and the count full now, 3-2 to DeRosset. Rui at the belt to 3-2. DeRosset going to chop this one to the ground. Trammell gets it, and he'll touch first himself for the first out. Meanwhile, McCary moves up to third. And we head back to the top of the order now. Dallas Reed.
Second baseman number 15, Dallas Reed.
Reed steps in. Rui. Deep breath, the first pitch to Reed. Going to be chopped on the ground. Rudolph dives. He's got it. From his knees, the throw. Not in time. Nice job by Rudolph. But can't get the out as McCary comes across to score. The score now 9-5. Pitt State ahead.
Left fielder number 4, Chase Kilgore.
Kilgore to step in. He's 1 for 2 with a sacrifice and a double. So I guess he's 1 for 1. He has the first pitch from Rui going to be inside. 1-0 the count. Rui. The 1-0. Runner of the move. Pitch low and outside. The throw down from McLeod. Not there. Stolen base there for Dallas Reed. Now runner at second and a 2-0 count for Chase Kilgore. Rui sent the 2-0. This one chopped to the ground. Down the line. In the left, it's going to bounce off the wall. Coming across to score is Dallas Reed as Kilgore has an RBI double. Second double of the ball game. Runner at second, one down for Colton Pogue.
Shortstop number 6, Colton Pogue.
Pogue steps in. 0 for 1 today with a walk. First pitch from Rui's outside, 1-0. Deep breath from Rui. The 1-0, foul tipped into the glove of McLeod. Count even at 1-1. 10-5 our score here in the bottom of the third inning. A windy day in Pitt. Deep breath from Rui, the 1-1. In there for a strike. And the count 1-2 now to Pogue. Rui, the 1-2. Pogue gonna loft this one up just beyond the infield. Wind carrying it as Matt Solon makes the grab in shallow center. Pitt State batted around here as Hunter Clannon
Number 16, center fielder
steps
Hunter
up.
Clannon.
Clannon steps in with 2 down and a runner at second. Rui. First pitch to Clannon. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Kind of buckled Clannon there. Rui sent the 0-1. Breaking pitch low. 1-1 the count. Clannon digs in. 1-1 count. Rui checks on Kilgore. The pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. The count 1-2 here to Clannon. Clannon steps in. Rui at the belt. 1-2. Breaking pitch fouled away. So we'll reset at 1-2 here. Rui looks in for his sign. He's got it. Checks on Kilgore, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the third.
10-5.
As Pittsburg State leads 10-5, we head to the fourth. You're listening to UNK Baseball here on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. Stop and think about your future, 5 or even 10 years down the road. What are you doing? How are you living your life? If you're picturing yourself in a meaningful job and contributing to your community, UNK can help. We specialize in showing people how to make a difference every day. That's a powerful outlook on life. College awaits. Your application shouldn't. Apply today to UNK and get ahead on scholarships and housing for next year. Learn more at unk.edu.
This Loper Baseball Radio Network broadcast brought to you by the 2017 Upper Deck Club corporate sponsors, including Field Goal Agronomics, First National Bank, Jersey Sports Bar and Grill, Johnson Lawn and Landscape, Nebraska Star Beef, Nebraska Land Distributors, and Nebraska Land National Bank.
Welcome back. Top of the fourth we go. Lopers trail 10-5. And it's going to be the top of the order due up, starting with
Left fielder number 8, Jacob Richardson.
Jacob Richardson. And the first pitch to Richardson misses 1-0. UNK 2 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second, nothing in the third. Looking to get back to work here in the fourth. 1-0 from Brown, that one inside. 2-0 now to Richardson. Richardson 2 for 2 today, double and a single. In that order. As the 2-0 going to be inside. 3-0 now to the leadoff batter, Richardson. Richardson back in the 3-0. In there for a strike in the inside corner. Count 3-1 now. Richardson in, pitch from Brown. Upstairs, ball 4. Leadoff walk for Richardson to start the fourth. That's going to bring up Calvin Rudolph.
Shortstop number 3, Calvin Rudolph.
Rudolph steps in. Runner at first, Richardson. Brown. First pitch, that one. In there for a strike, 0-1 the count. At the mount, the 0-1. That one's going to hit him. As Rudolph's going to take first, and TJ Martin thought he leaned into it. But now runners first and second with nobody out, with Dallas Schramm coming up. Now time called is Pitt State pitching coach going to make his way out to speak with
Thanks to some great
Nick Brown.
Including Threads, Pittsburgh and Columbus, Casano's Pizza, KOAM TV7, Copy Products Inc., Kansas National Guard.
10-5 our score here in the fourth.
Appreciate them supporting.
And what looked like a game the UNK was going to take without any issues. They led 5-1 after an inning and a half. Now we sit here in the fourth and they trail by 5. It's meeting on the mound, breaks. And it's going to be Dallas Schramm to step in. Schramm 0 for 1 with an RBI. Hit by a pitch in the first. Reached on an error in the second. Schramm steps in. First pitch from Brown. High and tight. 1-0 the count. Brown back in. Wind changes direction as it's blown out to center. The 1-0. Schramm swings and misses on that one. Count 1-1. Brown. The 1-1. That one low. Two and one the count here to Schramm. Brown's got the sign from Martin. Checks on Richardson at second, the 2-1. Swing and a miss by Schramm. So the count back to even now, 2-2. Top of the fourth inning. Lopers trailed 10-5. Brown checks on Richardson, the 2-2. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. First down here in the top of the fourth. That's going to bring up Josh Estrada.
Right fielder number 7, Josh Estrada.
Estrada 1 for 2 with an RBI. There's a single back in the first. First pitch from Brown to Estrada upstairs, 1-0. Brown steps off the mound for a moment, now back on. Estrada in the box. Has the sign, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Estrada, deep breath as he steps in. Brown. It's a sign from Martin. 1-1. That one low. 2-1 the count. One down, runners first and second here in the top of the fourth. 2-1 in there for a strike. 2-2 the count out to Estrada. Matt Solomon on deck. Hopers trailed 10-5. Brown checks on Richardson. A 2-2. That one upstairs. And the count full now, 3-2. Brown, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts for Brown. That's going to bring up Matt Solomon.
Second baseman number 9, Matt Solomon.
Solomon today 0 for 2. 2 ground outs. Brown shakes off the first sign. Now steps off. Solomon back in. Brown gets the first sign this time. Checks on Richardson. First pitch to Solomon. In on his hands, found away. Count 0-1. One count. Solomon in. Pitch. That one upstairs. 1-1 now to the Loper second baseman. Brown shakes off the first sign. As the second, and Solomon going to call time and step out. On 1 count, 2 down, runners first and second. The pitch. This one going to be slapped to right. Vogelbaugh's there, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. UNK strands 2 here in the top of the 4th. We head to the bottom half. Pitt State leads 10-5. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
Won the most gold gloves for fielding excellence.
You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers.
I'm making a difference by researching new and better ways to diagnose Alzheimer's.
I'm making a difference by being the first one in my family to attend college.
By inspiring others to overcome challenges.
By teaching kids to be active and live healthy.
By throwing a concert to benefit the Youth AIDS Foundation. By helping students reach new heights.
By cheering the Lopers on to victory!
Discover how you can make a difference at unk.edu.
Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wierzbicki.
Welcome back. Lopers trailed 10-5 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Thomas Rui back out onto the mound for UNK here. And he's going to start with Andrew Vogelbaugh.
Andrew Vogelbaugh.
Vogelbaugh 1 for 2 today with a run scored. Rui on the bump. First pitch. Ranking pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. A 0-1 upstairs. 1-1 the count now. Back in Vogelbaugh, the 1-1. This one chopped to the ground. It's going to get foul. So the count 1-2 now. Yeah, it's TJ Martin, the man on deck, hands him the bat. 1-1 count, nobody out. Correction, 1-2 count, nobody out, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 4th. One, two, lofted up over to the left side, hustling over Richardson near the wall, and he's going to run out of room. Count will hold tight at 1-2. Early back up. 1-2 pitch. This one going to be driven to deep left. Richardson hustling back, and it's gone. Solo shot for Vogelbaugh. Score now 11-5. TJ Martin next to step in.
Catcher number 8, TJ Martin.
Martin in the box. First pitch from Rui inside. 1-0 the count. Pitch from Rui, that one low. 2-0 the count here to Martin. Sant, the 2-0. That one in there for a strike, and it's 2-1 now to Martin. Leg kick in the pitch outside. 3-1 the count. Leg kick, 3-1. That one low, ball 4. Runner at first now for Ethan Schlesner. He homered at his last at bat. 3-run shot.
Early DH number 32, Ethan Schlesner.
First pitch from Rui, low and away. Rui. 1-0. Upstairs. Rui having trouble finding the zone here in the bottom of the 4th. A 2-0, this one fouled away. 2-1 now to Schlesner. Rui shakes off the first sign, has the second. Checks on Martin. 2-1. Off speed, swing and a miss by Schlesner. And a count 2-2. Rui shakes off the first sign, has the second. 2-2. This one chopped to the ground. Solomon can't field it as it's going to go into center. Taking the turnaround is Martin. And now runners at the corners with nobody out for Pitt State here in the bottom of the 4th. Schlesner going to reach on the air.
First baseman number 5, Brett McCary.
Now it's going to bring up McCary. There's now Rui going to request the new baseball. Rui set. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. A pitch. That one in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 now to McCary. McCary 2 for 2 today. Come around to score twice. 0-2 from Rui. Breaking pitch inside. 1-2 the count. Rui stepped off. Pitch from Rui. Fouled away. Count holds tight at 1-2 to McCary. One, two, lofted up just beyond the infield. Solomon can't grab it as it goes over his head. Martin going to come across to score. And an RBI single there for McCary.
Gorillas and Lopers will finish their series tomorrow.
First and second. Nobody out for Jake DeRosset is Kirk McLeod is out of the mound. Ralph Wilcott, our home plate umpire, goes out to break up the meeting. Pinch from Rui upstairs. McLeod delivers the sign. Rui's got it. 1-0 inside. 2-0 the count. Really, the 2-0. In there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Ruiz sent. Checks on the runners, the 2-1. Inside, DeRosset thought it got his jersey. DeRosset back in after a conversation with Wilcott. The 3-1, this one's going to be lofted up behind the dish. Foul out of play. Full count, nobody out. Runners first and second. Lopers trail 12-5 here in the fourth. Rui delivers the payoff pitch. This one going to be lined to left. Richardson's there as he makes the grab for out number one. The one down, and we head back to the top of the order with Dallas Reed.
Second baseman number 15, Dallas Reed.
Reed stamps in. He's 2 for 3 today. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Rui deep breath. The 0-1. This one popped up. First base side. Trammell's there. Makes the grab. Two down now. Chase Kilgore stepping in.
Left fielder number 4, Chase Kilgore.
Kilgore, 2 doubles today. 2 for 2 with a sacrifice in the second. First pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-2, correction, the 0-1 going to be lofted up into shallow left center. Richardson hustling in. Rudolph can't grab it. 1 run going to score. And it's 13-5 now. Now time called is Damon Day making his way out to the mound. Going out to speak with Rui. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitt State on top, 13-5. Colton Pogue just step in now after the meeting breaks.
Shortstop number 6, Colton Pogue.
Rui looks in. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Rui gets a sign. The 0-1. Breaking ball upstairs. 1-1 the count. A 1-1. This one lofted foul. Count 1-2 to Colton Pogue. Pogue steps in. Rui hands the sign. 1-2. This one popped up. Foul territory to the first base side. Trammell hustling over. Can't catch it as he runs into the wall. And he's leaning over the wall over there. Looks like he's all right. Count 1-2 to Pogue. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the Pitt State 4th. We head to the 5th. Gorillas on top, 13-5. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
University of Nebraska at Kearney is ready to make a difference for you. Here, you'll get a quality education and graduate on time with less debt. You'll also have an unforgettable college experience. Join a club, become a leader, make a real difference for yourself and others. Choosing the right college is a big decision. Trust your future with people who care about your success. Choose the University of Nebraska at Kearney because we are difference makers.
Loper fans, be sure to follow your UNK baseball team wherever they play from wherever you are. Most home games are broadcast on 1340 AM KGFW, and all games, both home and away, are broadcast online via the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Just follow the link found on lopers.com to listen via radio stream or YouTube so you don't miss a minute of your Lopers in action all season long.
Welcome back. UNK down 13-5 here. Game 2 of this 3-game set. Lopers trail this series 1-0. As the first pitch to Ricky Trammell. Going to miss low for a ball, 1-0. Trammell 0 for 2 today. As the 1-0 is going to be chopped foul. So the count even at 1-1. Trammell back in. Brown still out dealing for the Gorillas as that pitch is low. Breaking ball. 2-1 to Trammell. Brown, the 2-1. Inside corner for a strike. The count 2-2. Brown was coming set, didn't like the sign, so he'll reset. Shakes off the first 2 signs he gets, now has the third. 2-2. That one will miss. A count full 3-2 now to Trammell. Trammell steps in the 3-2. This one chopped foul. Count holding timed at 3-2. Brown has the sign. Here's the 3-2 to Trammell. Breaking pitch. Strike 3. Trammell will go down looking. And that's going to bring up Kirk McLeod with one down. First pitch from Brown upstairs, 1-0. A 1-0 to McLeod upstairs, 2-0 the count. McLeod in. Deep breath from Brown, the pitch. In there for a strike, it's 2-1. The 2-1 to McLeod low. Three-one count, one down, nobody on for McLeod. It's 1 for 2 today. The pitch in there for a strike, and the count full now, 3-2. McLeod stamps in the left-handed batter's box to face the righty Brown. Now McLeod going to call time and step out. The 3-2 fouled away. Three-two count, one down. Lopers trail 13-5 here in the fifth. Pitch fouled away. McLeod in, taps the plate a few times. Here's the 3-2. Strike three, got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Brown.
Baseman number 1.
That's Brown's sixth strikeout. With Brent Kirsch coming up, who's 1 for 2 today. Pitch from Brown. That one will miss. 1-0 the count. The 1-0. In there for a strike, and the count even a 1-1. One count to Kirsch. Pitch from Brown, swung on and missed. The count 1-2 now. That one outside. 2-2 the count. 2-2, breaking pitch low in the dirt. They said he went around, strike three. Brown strikes out the side of the top of the fifth. We head to the bottom half. Lopers trail 13-5. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
This Loper Baseball Radio Network broadcast brought to you by the 2017 Upper Deck Club corporate sponsors, including Marcotte Insurance, Midway Chevrolet, Runza, Samson Construction, TM Sporting Goods, U.S. Bank, Vintage Title and Escrow Company, and Eunice Hospitality.
There's something to be said about those quality Nebraska values. Waving at a neighbor, working hard each day, helping someone in need. At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, those qualities lead to an incredible college experience. The campus is filled with people who care enough to make a difference in the lives of students. They also show you how to make a difference for others and positively impact the world around you. At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, that's called being a difference maker. Find out how you can make a difference at unk.edu.
Welcome back. Bottom of the fifth, Lopers trail. 13-5. As it's going to be 4-5-6 to starting with Hunter Clannad. Clannad steps in. First pitch from Rui, swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Back in, the 0-1. Popped up behind the dish, foul. Rui back up on the rubber. New pitch. This one fouled away. Camel hold tight at 0-2. The late kick to pitch. This one driven to center. Edmund hustling. Can't make the grab as it hits off the wall and bounces back towards center. Nobody's there. Clennon coming around third. They're sending him home. The throw home from Solomon. Not in time. Inside the park home run for Hunter Clennon. That just adds to the frustration as it's 14-5.
Right fielder number 23, Andrew Vogelbaugh.
First pitch from Rui. This one, no doubter. Almost hit the light pole and left. It's gone. Vogelbaugh, his second home run of the game. His second home run in consecutive at-bats. Excuse me. (15-5) our score here in the bottom of the fifth. We do have some substitutions. Behind the plate now is Tanner Kirkpatrick for the Lopers. Looks like that is the only change.
Number 8, TJ Martin.
First pitch to TJ Martin, misses in. 1-0 the count. Next pitch will miss. 2-0 the count. Martin 2 for 2 today with a walk. Martin going to chop this one up the middle. His third hit of the ball game. That's going to bring up Ethan Schlesner.
DH number 32, Ethan Schlesner.
First pitch. He's going to miss low, 1-0. Count the pitch, and this one lofted to right. Richardson hustling over, and it's fair as Martin's going to pull up at third, and a double for Schlesner. Nobody outrunners second and third for Brett McCary.
First baseman number 5, Brett McCary.
McCary steps in, 3 for 3 today. Pitch upstairs. 1-0 the count. McCary back in. 1-0. That one low for a ball. 2-0 the count. That one inside. Three 3-0 here to McCary. The pitch in there for a strike. Count 3-1. This one lofted up behind the dish, but foul. Full count. Nobody out. Runners second and third. Pitch from Rui. This one driven to right. Estrada's there. Martin tagging. And the throw going to come in and be cut off. The throw was to third. As it's now 16-5.
Third baseman number 2, Jake DeRosset.
DeRosset to step in. He's 0 for today. He's now with one down and runner at second. First pitch swinging for DeRosset. Chopped to the ground is short. Rudolph has it. The throw low to Trammell at first, but he's able to pick it. 2 down. And I'll bring up the top of the order, Dallas Reed.
Second baseman number 15, Dallas Reed.
Reed steps in. First pitch from Ruiz upstairs, 1-0. Pitch. This one lofted up right behind the dish. Kirkpatrick having trouble seeing it, so Rui's going to call him off and make the grab for out number 3. 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th for Pitt State as we head to the 6th. Pitt State on top, 16-5. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
You're listening to the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
The University of Nebraska at Kearney is ready to make a difference for you. Here, you'll get a quality education and graduate on time with less debt. You'll also have an unforgettable college experience. Join a club, become a leader, make a real difference for yourself and others. Choosing the right college is a big decision. Trust your future with people who care about your success. Choose the University of Nebraska at Kearney because we are difference makers.
Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
9-1-2 due up for the Lopers here in the 6th. As Nick Brown back out onto the mound to face Easton Edmond, and the first pitch to Edmond misses. 1-0 the count. Next one inside. Nope, they'll call it a strike. Edmond back in. The pitch, that one low. 2-1 the count here to the Lopers center fielder. With 2-1. That one low. 3-1 now. Edmond homered back in the 2nd. He's 1 for 2. Three-1 from Brown. Inside, almost hit him. As Edmond's going to take first. Nobody out as we head back to the top of the order. Excuse me. With Jacob Richardson.
Left fielder number 8, Jacob Richardson.
Richardson, 2 for 2 today with a walk. Double and a single are his 2 hits as the first pitch misses. 1-0. Brown checks on Edmond. The 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Brown delivers the 1-1. This one chopped to the ground. Dallas Reed at second has it. The throw to Pogue at second in time, and they're not going to get to Richardson. Ball will go into the dugout. So Richardson will take second base. It'll go down as a fielder's choice, but he stands at second now with 1 down, and Calvin Rudolph coming to the dish.
Number 3, shortstop Calvin Rudolph.
Rudolph, 1 for 2 today and a hit by pitch. First pitch, gonna miss low. 1-0 the count. Pinch hitter standing on deck for UNK. We'll get to that here in a moment. Pitch from Brown. Rudolph high and deep to left, hustling over to his left and making the grab is the left fielder for Pittsburg State, Chase Kilgore. For out number 2, meanwhile, Richardson tags. He'll take third. And now a pinch hitter for UNK. It's Ty Roseberry, who's coming in to swing it now for Dallas Schramm.
Pinch hitting for the Lopers, number 18, Ty Roseberry.
Roseberry steps in. First pitch from Brown to Roseberry, fouled away. Count 0-1. Roseberry hitting .265 for UNK this season. The 0-1. That one low. 1-1 now the count to the Loper pinch hitter, Ty Roseberry. Roseberry, true freshman out of Kearney, Nebraska. Deep breath from Brown, the 1-1. This one fouled away. So the count 1-2 now to Roseberry. 1-1. Breaking pitch, low and away. 2-2 the count now. Deep breath, the 2-2 from Brown. That one left upstairs. Count full now, 3-2. The 3-2. That one low, ball 4. Roseberry going to walk here with 2 down. That'll bring up Josh Estrada. Estrada today, 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Pitch from Brown. Estrada swings through that one, 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. That one swung on and missed. 0-2 the count now. Pitch from Brown. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Lopers held scoreless in the top of the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Pitt State on top 16-5. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
Like us, follow us, and listen to us. Loper fans, you can follow your UNK baseball team all season long via your favorite social media platform. Like us on Facebook at Upper Deck Club. Find us on Instagram at UNK Baseball. On Twitter, you can follow the team at UNK Baseball, and you can follow Coach Day himself at UNK Coach 47. And of course, you can listen to all the Loper baseball away games on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Just click the link found on lopers.com. And don't forget to stay connected throughout the entire year by subscribing to the UNK Baseball channel on YouTube. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Here's the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wiersbicki.
Yeah, you know what it is. Blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is. Blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is. It's UNK, the remix. Yeah, we got a banger. Championship rings.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th. Lopers trail 16-5. Thomas Rui back out onto the bump. First pitch to Chase Kilgore, going to be lofted up in the infield. Is Matt Solomon calling everyone off, going to make the grab for out number 1. One down for Colton Pogue.
Number 6, shortstop Colton Pogue.
Pogue 0 for 3 with a walk. Pitch from Rui. Low for a ball, 1-0. This one lofted up in the infield as well. Solomon underneath it. Wind carries it towards center as he makes the grab for out number 2. 2 quick ones here in the 6th. That's going to bring up Hunter Clennon.
Number 16, center fielder Hunter Clennon.
Clannon today, he homered in the 5th, reached on an error and struck out in the 3rd, and had a sacrifice fly back in the 1st as the first pitch misses outside 1-0. One-0 from Rui. Inside. 2-0 the count. New pitch. That one in there for a strike. Count 2-1 here to Clannon. 2-1. This one lofted up in the infield. Brent Kirsch calling everyone off, makes the grab for round number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Gorillas here in the bottom of the 6th. We head to the 7th. UNK's got to get 2 runs. Otherwise, it's over. Pitt State leads 16-5. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
This Loper Baseball Radio Network broadcast brought to you by the 2017 Upper Deck Club corporate sponsors, including 5 Points Bank, Aflac, Bruce Furniture, Bruner Frank LLC, the Buffalo County Fairgrounds, Coca-Cola, Culligan Water, and Eagle Dental.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. We're the ones who turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We're innovative. It's not enough to just complete a job. We strive to do it better. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to make a difference, and making a difference is our strength. Seeing is believing. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today.
UNK, we need everybody, stand up, let's go. Go Lopers, go Lopers, go Lopers, go Lopers, go Lopers.
Welcome back. You're listening to UNK Baseball here in the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Lopers have to get 2 runs here, otherwise we head home early. As we've got a pinch hitter to start off the 7th, it's going to be Scott Platt. Platt going to replace Solomon in the lineup. Brown back out is the first pitch to Platt, fouled away. 0-1 the count. Platt back in. 0-1 from Brown. That one low. 1-1 here to the junior from Longmont, Colorado. That one low. 2-1 here to Platt. And going to foul that one away. So the count now even at 2-2. Plant, the 2-2 fouled away. Two count, pitch from Brown. That one low. As Platt checked his swing, they say he went around. One down now, and We're going to have another pinch hitter. It's going to be Pate Contentious.
Hitting for Nebraska Kearney, number 10, Pate Contentious.
Contentious replacing Trammell here. Is TJ Martin, the catcher, went out to have a meeting with Nick Brown. First pitch to Contentious. In there for a strike, 0-1 the count. One foul tipped into the glove of Martin. Next one low and away. So we count 1-2 now. That one upstairs. 2-2 now to Contentious. Brown, deep breath, the 2-2. This one chopped from the round to first. McCary has it. He'll touch first himself for out number 2. That's going to bring up
number 2, Tanner Kirkpatrick.
Tanner Kirkpatrick, who's going to get his second at bat of the season here. With 2 down and nobody on in the top of the 7th, and the Lopers trailing 16-5. That one in there for a strike. Count 0-1. That one in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 to Kirkpatrick. That one swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the ball game. Your final score, Pittsburg State 16, UNK 5. We're going to take a break. Don't go away. UNK Baseball postgame show coming up.
With a first pitch scheduled for 1-1.
And that's the ball game. Stay tuned. Coming up, your Loper Baseball postgame show brought to you by Runza, where the difference is real. You're listening to UNK Baseball on the Loper Baseball Radio Network.
At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, it's the people who make the biggest difference. Here, students get the help and support they need to earn a quality education. Professors know your name and oftentimes help students find internships or even that first job after graduation. The campus is filled with people who care enough to make a difference in your life. It's also filled with opportunities to make a difference for others. Here, you can explore the world around you with confidence, knowing you have people behind you every step of the way. At UNK, we're all difference makers. We turn ideas into action. We produce results to be proud of. We put more care into our work because we're people of integrity. We know it takes strength to making a difference. Can make a difference. Nebraska at Kearney. Visit unk.edu and schedule a campus visit today. Discover new opportunities at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Opportunities that lead to new connections and new passions. At UNK, you won't just go to class. You won't just meet people. you won't just get involved. Here, there's so much more. You'll get an experience that will impact who you are and what you will become. Around here, people know your name. It's up to you what it will be. At the University of Nebraska at Kearney, we are difference makers. Find out how you can make a difference at unk.edu.
Welcome back to the Loper Baseball Postgame Show, brought to you by Runza. 2 locations in Kearney where the difference is real. And now, the voice of the Loper Baseball Radio Network, Colton Wierzbicki.
All right, well, the Lopers fall here in Game 2 of this 3-game set to Pittsburg State by a final of 16-5. Let's take a look at how the UNK baseball team did today. And by looking at the batting order and the numbers, Jacob Richardson was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a double. Calvin Rudolph was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Dallas Schramm 0 for 2 with an RBI. He was replaced by Ty Roseberry, who walked in his lone at-bat today. Josh Estrada was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Matt Solomon 0 for 3 with an RBI. Scott Platt replaced him. He was 0 for 1. Ricky Trammell was 0 for 3. He was later replaced by Pete Katechis, who was 0 for 1 today. Kirk McLeod was 1 for 3. Tanner Kirkpatrick was 0 for 1. Brent Kirsch 1 for 3 with an RBI. And Easton Edmond 1 for 2 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. That was his 2-run homer that he had in the ball game. Winning pitcher today for Pittsburg State is going to be Nick Brown. He pitched 5 innings, did not give up any runs, gave up 1 hit. He had 3 walks and 10 strikeouts in 20 batters faced. And your losing pitcher today is Bradley Brown. And Brad Brown pitched 2 innings, gave up 8 earned runs, 9 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 1 in 17 batters faced. All right, fans, well, Game 3 of this 3-game set will be here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. You can listen to that on the Loper Baseball Radio Network. Just make sure you follow the link on UNK Baseball's Twitter page or on lopers.com. That's going to do it for me here at Al Ortolani Field in Pittsburg, Kansas. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for Game 3 of this 3-game set between the Gorillas and the Lopers. So long, farewell, and go Lopers.
This has been the Loper Baseball Radio Network postgame show, brought to you by Runza. 2 locations in Kearney where the difference is real.